Celtics Talk podcast is presented by 24autogroup.com. New England gets more at 24.
I just felt really anxious. It's been a long time coming just to get to this point. Many nights and days I dreamed about this moment, and the anticipation, the crowd. It's been 42 and a half weeks since I played an NBA game. So, just trying to get caught up on the speed and everything. I just kind of felt like I was a step off or moving too fast. But the game started to slow down as I just kind of relaxed a little bit. I think it was a balance. It was really split down the middle. It was like a surreal feeling. But then it just kind of felt like I was, it felt normal. So that was really promising for me. Not even just when the game started, just driving to the game, starting my routine, doing my pregame shooting. I knew it was a big moment, but everything just started to feel like really normal again.
What's up, everybody?
Up?
What's up,
Yes.
Abby?
I'm fired up.
The con curse has ended.
Yes, that's
Jayson
true.
Tatum
Tatum came back. He's back.
What a fun night.
It was amazing. My expectations were relatively low. I don't know why. And this blew everything out of the water.
I'll tell you. So, again, because I'm not here as much as I used to be in a previous life, just walking in, it hit me.
Yeah.
We've known for a while that Jayson Tatum is coming back this season, right? We didn't know when. We've all felt pretty confident, especially as the documentary is flushing episodes out, that Jayson Tatum was going to be back on the court.
Yes. And you looked at the schedule and saw the 3 road games.
Of course, and we were picking, and
He said he wanted to do it at home.
So, the whole the questionable, available, okay, we did all that. But it wasn't until I walked in the building and all the T-shirts on the chair backs with the Back to Zero, Jayson Tatum, and there was like an energy in the building even before the fans got here. And I said, is it the finals?
That's what it felt like. There were a ton of people around everywhere.
Unreal. And outside the building was crazy because the entire garage was Maine plates for people from Cooper. Every car next to me, I'm like, Maine.
They got in early.
They were here early. I mean, look, it's a long way. They got snow last night. I'm sure that
ahead of the traffic.
Yeah. So they took all the EV parking spots.
We digress.
It's okay. And but it was just I was like, wow, this is going to be a fun night. And then Tatum comes walking out. Even again, there's only like a third of the crowd here as he coming out for warm-ups, and it felt like the Kristaps Porzingis moment.
It was so loud. And then even during lineups. I spoke to the Dallas sideline reporter, and she said she started doing her hit, and it was so loud she could not hear herself talking. It was incredible in here.
We were doing early edition. Again, not a lot of people in there, and normally it's like quiet enough that I can hear Trenny or in the studio.
Right.
Wasn't even close.
And we have things going directly into our eardrums.
Directly into my eardrums. Now my eardrums are not great, but
the excitement for Jayson Tatum knows no bounds.
And then for him to have obvious rust, but then turn it around. So here's how I want to do it. We'll probably end up checking all the boxes, but do you have a favorite Jayson Tatum moment from a night where he goes for 15, 12, and 7? My God, he went for 15, 12, and 7 on his return.
27 minutes.
Unbelievable.
27 minutes.
I don't know which of those numbers surprises me the most. Probably that he only got 15 points because it's Jayson Tatum.
I think the 27 minutes is what.
But 27 minutes is crazy to come back to.
Me. Yeah,
so what was your favorite moment?
Probably the first bucket, the putback. And he said it. He had nerves. He was feeling anxious out there. That first 3 that he shot was pretty off. But then to get that putback, and then just moments later in transition, the side step 3 from the corner, I think you could tell. You could see the relief on his face, the joy. The building went crazy, and everyone on the sideline went crazy as well.
There was a point in the third quarter. So, again, he finishes that half strong, is doing some things in the third quarter. And they called the timeout, and he was gassed. And he was like standing, hands on his hips as he's walking to the bench. But he was smiling. And like Jayson doesn't emote a whole lot except blowing kisses, which he ended up doing later in the night. But I just thought it was like such a telling moment where it finally, like, he finally got a moment to enjoy it, right? Like, he probably stressed and just all the emotions going into it. Things finally start to tip your way, and then it kind of levels off a little bit. And it was just like, okay, I'm just going to go be Jayson Tatum now. And it was so much fun to watch.
I know how to do that.
Yeah.
That was, I think, something that he
Oh,
said
yeah, I'm
afterwards.
Jayson Tatum.
Yeah, I'm really freaking good at this. That was something he said afterwards. It was kind of, he felt both surreal, but then also that this is normal.
Yeah.
This is just what he does. And I think once he found that kind of rhythm and found some comfort and some confidence out there on the floor, he looked like Jayson Tatum again.
And then to, like, bookend the night, all these people waited by our little media section because they knew he was doing his encore and then he was going to walk off. And Deuce ran over, gave him a hug. Brandy was there to give him a hug. Dad,
The relief on Brandy's face as well. His mom. Oh my gosh.
And again, if you've been watching The Quiet Work, you understand how invested they all are in this process.
Episode 2 of The Quiet Work almost broke me.
Really?
Yes, I was sobbing. Brandy told the story about how the surgeon came in and said, we're going to go, and Jayson was scared, and oh my God. I couldn't.
It's parental, like, unless you've been in that instance as a parent. And I thought maybe it would just be because I remember when my daughter got her tonsils out. She swears that's the only time she's seen me really lose it. And just because.
For tonsils?
I know, it's something really basic, but like, there's always a threat, right? Like,
yes.
And so you just worry, and it's more like she was less worried than me, so that was good. But I think as a parent, you're always just like, and she had to kind of tell him, like, when the doctor says.
And she had to be the strong one.
I
Yeah.
know. When the doctor says, well, I got 3 o'clock open.
Oh my God.
And here we are, 298 days later.
298 days.
And
42 weeks and 4 days. Less than 10 months.
It's kind of crazy.
It's pretty insane.
I keep saying, the one thing that sort of resonated with me yesterday, because we're doing all the programs and talking about it, okay, he's back, with like, how do we feel about this? And naturally the conversation has all been, how is he going to reintegrate? What's the fit going to be with Jaylen Brown? And, I'm kind of over that part of it, although I'll take a victory lap that it looked so good the first night. But, for the first time it kind of hit me, it was like, oh my God, like, he's coming back. The team is second in the Eastern Conference. They have legitimate title chances. A lot still has to go right. A lot still has to, like, develop, and there'll be hurdles along the way. And the East, as much as I say it's wide open, there's good teams in it. But think about how you felt on May 12th.
I don't want to. I don't ever want to go back there.
When he went down, when you knew they weren't going to repeat, when you knew that the summer teardown was looming, when you knew his own future was uncertain, I remember at new ownership, there were so many question marks about how this was going to unfold. Like, and obviously the whole speculation was gap year, and they're just going to play for a pick, and looking ahead. Everyone just kind of wanted to wipe this season.
Yeah.
And here we are in March, and we're like, don't put anything on your calendar in June.
No.
Because this team might be playing.
And I think that's what, so that night back at Madison Square Garden, this reason, it was a locker room that I have never experienced before. Just the dead silence and utter devastation. It was awful. And so, no, I don't ever want to go back there. But you're right. It feels like such a swing in the other direction for tonight. And I know it was a long time coming, but that is what the theme has been from everyone in this group, is that this is the first step in what is going to be a long journey. And while Jayson has already been on a very long journey to come back, this team as a group is beginning a new journey now. And this was a heck of a way to start.
It's unbelievable. It's a great first step. And now again, is every night going to be this great?
No.
Probably not. He's running on adrenaline a little bit. Very interested to see. We'll get into the road trip coming up, but it's going to be fascinating to watch how these final 18, 19 games unfold, and what a first step. I
also love that, and you mentioned it, but for all the talk about Jaylen Brown, and this was his team, and he got to be 1A, and Jayson had to come in and be 1B, the pure happiness. I got a chance to talk to Jaylen on the floor after the game, and he was just so excited. I like tried to softball it in and not ask.
He was like, I see where you're going,
Abby. Not start with Jayson right away. And he was like, no, let's talk about Jayson. I am so excited. This is my friend. This is my teammate. This is a guy who we have worked and been together, been through so much for so many years. And he was genuinely just so happy to have his running mate out there on the floor.
And like, look, on one hand, they probably understand it. It's like it's been the story of their career. Everyone has, at every turn, critiqued and criticized and
Questioned.
overblown. Yeah, like it's been one thing after another. It felt like after they won the title, we were like, well, maybe it'll go away.
I really
and of course,
thought it was
here it is roaring back
so
for
naive.
the circumstances. And again, I get it. It's certainly a conversation. This is unprecedented. A top 5 player, returning to a team that is as good as this one is, that has another top 5 guy now in Jaylen Brown. But I just had every confidence that they've always brought out the best in each other. And I couldn't understand why people just didn't think that would happen again. And I mean, I know it's early returns, but it felt like Tatum got into actions quicker. He was okay with playing off the ball. He was okay with rebounding. He tried to get everybody else involved when he could have been searching for shots. Like, if that's the early returns and we're just scratching the surface on what they could be, there's a whole nother level he can go to with Nimi, who I totally forgot he barely played with.
I'd forgotten that too.
I'm like,
yeah.
wait, no, they were on the championship team together. It's
Nimi's
like,
been here for 3 years.
yeah.
What do you mean?
Oh, wait, no, Nimi's only played sporadically because he was the 4th-string center on that team. And so I can't wait to see where this goes. And look, it's going to be tough because you got to do it under the whole hunt for the 2 seed, and the schedule is getting really tough for the next week and into at least until April. And so,
but Chris, don't you think? I mean, I don't think Jayson would want it any other way. This is that competitive spirit is a huge part of the reason why he was able to fight back and come back and get to this point.
he's not coming back to be a role player, Abby.
He is not, and the Celtics don't want him to be.
No, and
no one.
I'm just stunned. When he had the rust early, I said, okay, yep, this is the way it's going to be. It'll still be the best 1 for 11 game of the year. When he fights his way through.
It'll still have been a great night.
And then he makes 6 of his final 10 shots. He's just relentless on the glass.
Made 5 straight at one point.
Him and Nimi might end up being the best rebounding front line in the NBA if what we saw tonight. I know.
And that's what I was going to say. No, I mean, Jayson's game, while he is a 3-level scorer, he also does everything else. He has been their top rebounder for entire seasons. And then you look at his floor game and the assists, the way he sees the game and runs an offense. I mean, this is Jayson Tatum we're talking about.
That's why I felt bad, but we do our programs and people are like, well, how's he gonna fit? I'm like, it's Jayson Tatum.
It's Jayson Tatum. It's Jaylen Brown. 2 huge, high basketball IQs led by Joe Mazzulla and this incredible staff and everything that they've already done this season.
I also thought it was cool that you could tell that, understand, Joe is as crazy as he can be. He really values these moments.
Yes.
He understands what a journey it's been for Tatum, and he's seen every step more than we have. And you could tell, even coming off the court, Joe's not the big hug type of guy, but in that moment he understood it was important, and just can't rave enough.
They're flashing the lights on us.
No,
Are they trying
that's
to send
okay.
us
We
signal?
had a few more minutes.
Okay.
Having a vehicle you can rely on, that's important. That's why you can rely on 24 Auto Group. They will treat you like family. And that's because they are family owned and operated. They're honest, easy to work with, and they just get it. Whether you're looking for something sporty, something luxurious, or just a solid everyday ride, 24 Auto Group always comes through. With 9 brands and 11 locations across New England, there's something for everyone. And here's the best part. They've got the knack to save you more on a new or pre-owned vehicle, and the knack to pay you more for your trade, up to $2,400 over book value. You can even drive home with just $24 down. So if you want the best deal without the runaround, go see my guys at 24 Auto Group, because you always get more at 24. Online at 24autogroup.com.
The other thing I thought was cool, did you see his shoes?
No.
People have been waiting for a Celtic-themed JT
Yes.
shoe. And they
were
were
green. I did see them now that you say that.
So did Cooper Flagg, but he had a different shade of green. But yeah, I thought that was a nice little
We
nod.
didn't even mention Cooper Flagg tonight.
Eh.
Or Nikola Vucevic.
Well, let's get into that. The only
Okay.
downside to tonight's game,
Yes.
first quarter, I believe it was, Vooch gets hit in the hand. Looks like at first it just looked like maybe dislocated a finger. You saw trainer Drew Moore trying to pop it out, and then they probably realized, this isn't a finger, pop finger, send him to the back. Early reports the team announced that it's the right ring finger fracture.
On his right hand, which is his shooting hand. Yep.
Report from Sham says he will have surgery tomorrow and be out at least a month, or he'll be out a month, and we'll see how that timeline trends. This is interesting
Joe
to me.
Mazzulla confirmed the surgery to me post-game.
So this is what's interesting is like Vooch is still figuring out how he fits with this group.
Yeah.
And I thought as important as it is for Tatum in this group to figure it out, I thought it was important for Vooch too. And to show that like he could hold up defensively and to find where his shots come from and to get chemistry with this group. Now this likely takes him out of almost the remainder of the regular season. Maybe he gets back in time to do the final week of games, or we'll see how that trends. But
you really would like to have him back.
This
just
complicates
so
matters. We know how much Joe appreciates like the confidence factor and like being able to lean on guys, especially in the playoffs. So I wonder if this throws a little wrench into like how impactful Vooch can be, and it's on him to study while he's out and show. But whenever he does get back, that he can help. And remember too, the playoffs are like 2 months long.
Yes.
So, he's going to get every opportunity.
And he'll have an entire week of practice, likely.
For sure.
Before they even hit round one. But you're right. I mean, Vooch has shown that he's willing to do the work. From the moment he was traded here, he has been putting in the time, studying, watching film, doing everything he can to integrate himself into this team. So I have no doubt about that. It is disappointing for him, especially coming in, a guy who has played all of 16 postseason games.
Poor guy.
Was ready for a long run to make an impact on winning.
There will still be an opportunity. So the
yes.
Celtics are lucky that their entire bench is perpetually ready, and Luka Garza goes in there.
Luka Garza especially.
And had a great second quarter, knocked down a bunch of three-pointers, did his thing. I think that bodes well for holding the fort. I'll go back to it. Like, you have Tatum back now. Like, you can play smaller. Like, there could be some small ball lineups with Tatum at center. And you'll navigate this. It's not as bad as it might have been a month ago and when you were navigating with. Amari Williams needs to be ready, though, and we'll see how the Celtics navigate it. But
I believe in Amari Williams. Thrown into the fire in that Brooklyn game, came out of nowhere, made some game-saving plays. No matter what, no matter who was on this roster, whatever buttons Joe pushes, they work. So stay ready.
And stay ready, especially
because never meant as much as this season.
There's a crazy schedule coming up. We'll dive into it. I'm eager to see if Tatum, like he said after the game, we've got a plan, but the plan can change.
Yes.
And I think that means both ways, right? Like, we'll see how his body responds. But I think I sat there and said, well, will he be ready for Sunday in Cleveland? That's a quick turn.
I think so.
Now
he played 27 minutes tonight, Forsberg.
If he played 40 minutes on Sunday, would you be like, yeah, it's just the way it's going to be?
40's aggressive. 40 sounds
All right, 38.
But yes, yeah.
No.
It is an afternoon game, although daylight savings. Hadn't thought about that.
That is true, too.
So it's like a noon game because we have to jump ahead.
All the more reason to abolish daylight savings time overall.
100%.
It's just, sorry, farmers, or whatever reason that we still do this archaic thing. That's a whole nother podcast. Any final thoughts? Do you want? I was going to say apologies to Cooper Flagg. He's just not going to get.
Sorry, and Mainers. I'm sorry. It's not about you tonight.
It's been a tough run for Cooper. I don't want to alienate all of Maine, but Con Knippel had a really good game and probably the front runner right now. But plenty of time for Cooper to inject it, and we're going to talk a lot about Cooper, especially when he eventually ends up on the Celtics roster.
Scal talked about, he told his parents, maybe I'll just kidnap him and keep him in our basement, and then you guys can draft him.
Let's finish on this trip. What do you expect? Like 3 really tough games.
So it starts in Cleveland on Sunday, and then they go to San Antonio to face Wemby. Spurs have been very good as of late. And then close it out with Oklahoma City, the only team that they haven't faced yet.
Crazy.
That is crazy. So I mean, 2-1 would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it is going to be a lot of fun, and we have the Spurs and OKC game on NBC Sports Boston. What do you think?
I'm eager to see it. Obviously, I think the Celtics should feel a little upset about the way that Charlotte game unfolded. Charlotte has been one of the better teams in the league. You mentioned it, the way the Spurs are playing. That's a daunting game. We'll see who's available for OKC. We'll see who's available for the Celtics. If there's one game that I maybe want to hide Tatum, Lou Dort's on the prowl, hounding people,
Yeah, I can see that.
The fact of the matter,
and with the physicality that Oklahoma City plays with.
The fact of the matter is, this is going to be the one stretch to the finish line of the season that really tells us a little something about the team. I hope they embrace it. I hope we see, playoff-like intensity. Look, after being a part of this tonight, I yearn for more.
It's just,
and I'm jealous.
Just a little taste. Just a little taste of the postseason.
Jealous. I want to muscle my way onto this road trip. You want to take a couple games off?
Oh, not those games. You kidding me? I know San Antonio, actually, we stay at a better hotel now. The area is very nice. Not complaining about that.
You know how much I love Cleveland.
You do love Cleveland. Although, we leave Barrio!
Barrio!
We're leaving right after the game because it's a 1 o'clock start. Flying to San Antonio that night. No time for Barrio.
Saturday.
Maybe I can go. You're right. I'm not getting until late. It'll still be open probably.
That's the beauty of Barrio.
Barrio!
Maybe I'll go to Portsmouth.
Maybe I'll ask Ugo if he wants to go with me to Barrio.
Oh, so you're gonna take all my favorite things?
And then we're gonna take a picture and buy a sweatshirt and rub it in. And only drink their beer that they brew there. What do you like? Sours. Only drink sours.
I like everything.
Me, Ugo, and
I'm not
at Barrio,
Abby, I'm not
eating tacos.
I am not picky. I'm not like, oh, I'm only drinking sours tonight. I'm drinking everything. That's a whole nother podcast. All right, I need everybody to go like, go subscribe, go to meet me at Barrio. I'll be in Portsmouth, New Hampshire tomorrow. No, my kids have a dance competition. That's a lie. But maybe this weekend. We'll catch you next time on the Celtics Talk podcast.